Hey, what's up everybody? I just wanted to do a quick little video comparing these two knives. They're both made by Machinewise, and so basically same company, very similar knife, but at the same time very different. So this is the Seropus, which is essentially serif handles, which the serif has been around for like almost 4 years now. And then it has an Opus blade on it, which the Opus came out a little bit after the serif. The handles for this blade look a little different, but it's all swappable. And this is my personal favorite serif configuration with the Opus blade. And yeah, it's really nice. It fans really nice, very neutral. And then we have the Opus V2 as well. This is their newest product, and I think it's very similar to this knife, but also different. So it's a super interesting comparison. So yeah, the the Opus just came out pretty much like a month ago. And yeah, I'd say the Seropus, I would just call this the serif, and then the Opus, it's a little less confusing. So I'd say the serif is more neutral, for sure, a little more neutral, because if you look at them compared to each other, the like the thickness of the titanium is a bit thicker on the Opus V2. So like it's just a little more girthy overall, and I think it might have a bit less internal milling, but they both have internal milling because they're both Chanwich. And so I would say this is a bit more neutral because it has a bit less handle material, and they both have no weights in them, which they come with brass weights, but I don't use it for either of them. And then yeah, the Opus is definitely a bit more handle heavy, but it's still like tip weighted, so it still fans and stuff, but it just feels maybe a tiny bit more like I don't even know what the word would be, like predictable on rollovers, but it still rips fans, you know. So I don't know, it's just personal preference. This one sounds a lot different, that's for sure, and just feels lighter. Yeah, this one feels a bit more solid. The tune might even be a bit better. That might have something to do with it, but both are tuned amazingly, as most Machinewise products are. But yeah, yeah, I would say the Opus V2 here has better grip as well. If you look, it has this like knurling, I think it's called. So it has a groove, a very shallow groove down the middle, and then knurling inside the groove. And it, like, the first time I grabbed it, I was like, yep, this is better than a serif, like as far as grip. Because the serif is rounded, so it's like the opposite of a groove. And I don't know, that just always felt weird to me. Like, I like rounded knives, but it's just this type of roundness. It almost has a center line going down the middle. It's not bad, but I think I prefer like a slight groove personally. But yeah, they're both, I definitely prefer both with no end weights in them, because they come with two different types of brass weights to change the weight, and I don't know, I think it's best without them. And yeah, if you look, these blades are actually slightly different. This one is stonewashed, and then that one's satin. And I might do a blade swap someday. Seems like it might look cool if I put the satin blade on this like almost more satiny handles, but yeah, I don't know. And then yeah, the Opus V2 also has a speed channel, which is another big difference between them. But surprisingly, it doesn't really make it ring. It maybe gives it like a hint of like, it sounds very different than a serif, but it doesn't necessarily ring. it has like a high-pitched chatter, but I don't even know. I think it's really just for aesthetic back here, because you can't really feel it either, so it's just to look cool, I'd say. And it's because the Opus V1 had this, so they probably did that to like, you know what I mean. And then, yeah, so, yeah, they're both good knives, honestly. I would say if you like a little more neutral, go for this one. And then a little more better at rollovers, debatably, but also good at fans. If you want that, go for this one. But yeah, they're both very comfortable. I would say the Opus V2 a little more for comfort, just because your finger can kind of rest right in that center groove. And also, this mod work was done by Andrew Myers, so shout out him. He did a little Japanese lasering on the blade, and also the blue and satin. And I think this is just a Machinewise Anno, which is also very nice. Satin flats, or stonewash, whatever that is. But yeah, that's probably gonna do it for me. I'd say, yeah, they both have an amazing balance, and this one's just a bit more neutral. I would say, honestly, just pick the one you like the look of better if you're in the market for one of these. And yeah, just freaking, yeah, that's probably gonna be it for me. Might do a video on this guy someday. Let me know if you guys want to see one. But yeah, all in all, I mean, I fucking love Machinewise. They're great. Such fun knives to flip, especially if you have meat paws, big ass hands. They feel more natural because they are big. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Thanks for watching.